Stadium in Knoxville. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. It's the Notre Dame Fighting Irish and the Tennessee Volunteers. Reese Davis, David Pollock, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
The history of college football has many ties to the military. Tennessee's Neyland Stadium, with over 101,000 fans in place, is one of those. The stadium was named for legendary football coach General Robert R. Neyland on October 27, 1962. This is one of the most beautiful venues in college sports, with the Tennessee River, the sailgating, and the checkered end zones. Can't wait to watch a college football game at Tennessee. Guys, back to you.
Holly, thank you. The Volunteers will kick off first, and here we go. And it'll be a touchback. Come out. .25-yard line. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. From the gun, it's Coleman Williams. Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
6-yard pickup on first down, leaves him with 2nd and 4. On the run, it's Walton. Pulled down there, but they'll move the sticks, and it's a first down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Play action, C.J. Carr. Unleashes it on the run. Deep down the right side. What great concentration to stay in bounds and make the catch.
Nice catch there. You know, I think back to great Golden Dome wide receivers and Tim Brown, who won a Heisman, Rocket Ismail, obviously. How about Jeff Samardzija? There's a name you don't hear very much anymore, but he was awesome for Brady Quinn back in the day, and all those guys had the ability to win one-on-one. Their quarterbacks knew that if they had that matchup outside, they were going to take it, and I think this quarterback feels the same way about that guy. He is just so dynamic outside.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Throwing, Carr. Sends it downfield. Goes high to pull it in. Defense knocks him down immediately after the catch, but now they're facing a goal-to-go situation from the 7.
This offense can get a lot of yards, and it doesn't take a lot of plays. You've seen that here. They have speed, speed, and speed. It kills you. And if guys get a little bit of space, they just gobble up yards. They've had the defense completely on their heels. Now they're all the way backed up against their own goal line.
He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
First down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
The run up the middle, looking for the score. Could not find a hole. This defense clogging up everything. It's 3rd and goal.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on 3rd down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing, especially at the quarterback position here.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play uptight on you. So I know that. Now how do I counterpunch and attack this defense?
From the gun on 3rd down, Carr. Active hands from the defense forcing that incomplete pass.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
And on this opening drive, the D gave up some yards, but that's okay. They buckled down when they needed to. They forced the field goal, keeping the home crowd still engaged, still excited, and now they get the football.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Give on the counter. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on 1st down.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. This time they'll throw it. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Delayed handoff. It's Gordon. He's knocked down immediately, trying to catch them napping on the run and nothing doing.
And I think a lot of people are going to look at that drive, and first of all, the drive was awful. They're all going to look at the drive and say it was awful, but how about the giving up on 3rd down? I mean, you got 3rd and long, you try to sneak a run in, and this drive, this possession, it was disastrous for the offense, and now you just hope you have enough space to get a punt.
Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. Here comes the Fighting Irish out to get this drive started. So they've put up some early points and now to build on this 3-0 lead. Quickly to the tight end. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a 1st down.
I know he's got the height and weight of a tight end, but, man, the way he runs routes and how good he is with the ball in his hands, it just reminds you of a wide receiver. He's so athletic. This is a guy that has a basketball background in high school, and you see it pan out. Every time he has the football, he just looks like the best athlete on the field. For a big guy, very, very unique.
They want to run this quarterback. Turning it on. He's at the 10. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed. Interested to see how this defense continues to attack this QB.
The secondary walks up on the line showing press coverage. They were all over it.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at 2nd down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating the loss on 1st down.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Here's Carr to throw. Trying to barrel in. Good throwing catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You got to be aggressive, and you got to make tackles.
3rd and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. Now here's Carr. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. Right on the money, and he makes the grab in the end zone. They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass.
Number 35 set to kick this one away.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the Vols offense takes the field to start this drive. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Complete. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. They'll take the penalty and move them back. Looking to throw. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete. Quarterbacks work so hard on those mechanics, but sometimes things start moving fast and they get away from it.
But it does, and when you get on that back foot, a lot of times that ball's going to drift, and you're not coming through the target, so you're not putting enough mustard on it to get it to finish through your target and the ball to get there in a hurry. So all those mechanics are things you work on, but you're right. When you put a defense in front of you, it kind of changes that thing a little bit.
2nd and 10 after the previous play. Looking to throw, and they need a bunch. Timed that hit perfectly to keep him from making the grab. It'll be 3rd down.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
You make up the game plan, and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. He's looking downfield to throw. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Looking for more room. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Notre Dame! PAT unit on the field. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. On the return, it's Dodson. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Quarterback changing the play. Follows his blocks. It's Gordon. Crosses the 30. Oh, he's got some space. Across midfield, down to the 41-yard line is a huge play as this offense rolling. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. They'll give it to him again. There's some room. The 20, inside the to the house. Touchdown ball!
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear, with his speed, he was gone.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, they closed to within 10, down 17-7. That drive took no time at all. A couple of plays and finished it with a long run for the touchdown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They're looking for an advantage in the running game to the right. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Right back to the well. See some running room. There he goes. He stopped right at the 50-yard line, but they'll move the chains. It's first down.
In most offenses, man, it's about controlling the line of scrimmage, getting the run game going. And when you got a back that's averaging over 5 yards a touch, like I'm not great at math, guys, but every 2 touches I'm getting a first down, I'd say the offense will be in a really good position all game long.
Swamped immediately.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
Hits inside. It's Walton. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
They're in the gun, third down. Here's Carr. Finds his target. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. We've come to the end of the period, and Notre Dame has the lead. As we get a look at some stats, this is the best start they could have hoped for. Going to need to step up to make sure this one doesn't get out of hand as the second quarter is about to get underway. They'll go to the counter. Squeezes out a couple of yards down to the 32.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be 3rd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
The noise reverberating off the checkerboards and Nealon on 3rd down. Oh, pressure's coming. He's sacked. This defense all over it.
And that play is going to drive the offensive coordinator crazy. Remember, in college football now, there's communication between the coordinator and the quarterback with the headsets and the helmet, and you know he was reminding his QB that time, listen, you cannot take a sack here. Remember, we're in field goal range. If nobody's open, throw it away. His QB did not listen to the advice. He takes a terrible sack, and now they're out of field goal range.
Tennessee starts this drive as the offense takes the field. They haven't had a whole lot of production nor much to show for it on the scoreboard so far, and if they're going to get back in this game, it needs to start right now. Here comes the heat. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
Well, he didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
After that last incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from their own 20. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. They'll run the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the 1st down.
Man, you gotta love the safety's eyes on that play. He didn't get lost. He didn't get enamored with everything that was going on in front of him, playing pass down the field. He locked eyes on that running back, saw the screen develop, comes upfield, makes the play, makes the sound tackle.
3rd and 6 yards to go. From the gun, wants to pass. Snags it. He'll get a fresh set it down, stopped at the 31-yard line. And the Volunteers racing to the line in the hurry-up.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the 1st.
Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down.
Man, those are so hard to defend. You know, the quarterback, obviously he's doing the run-pass option and creating some indecision in my head. And look at that. He hands it off, and the back gets a quick 10. Easy. You know, like just chews up yardage. Just really, really tough to stop those kind of plays.
Love the job by the defense here with their eye discipline. That's an RPO. It can be tricky to locate the football, but they found the running back quickly. Those linebackers and DBs really came screaming down to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
Using his legs, it's Bishop. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain. No harm, no foul.
Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. From the gun, wants to pass. Left side, it's Gordon. He's down right there, short gain on the grab. They didn't look to push it downfield, and the running back not quite able to get to the sticks.
Yeah, but I don't mind the decision. I like getting it to my guy and trusting him to make a play and get the first down. But now it puts me in a different situation. 4th down. Do I want to go for it? What do I want to run?
He won't be able to return this one as it goes out of bounds. Ball and ready to get moving. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front, establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Carr. Get it out to the supersonic guy. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes. Only a pickup of a couple.
It's hard to have success on wide receiver screens when you're facing press man coverage because your blockers out front oftentimes can't pick them up, and that receiver gets gobbled up as soon as he catches the pass. You saw it on that last play.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He'll have enough for the 1st down, and they stop him at the 45.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
He is snowed under, nowhere to go, and it'll be 2nd and long.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Send the tight end in motion. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. Second and long here. Give to the running back. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. This will make Irish eyes smile because they're shaking down thunder from the sky with this running game.
Just pound, pound, pound. What are you going to do? Are you going to meet the physical challenge of the Irish because they're ready to rumble?
On the ground with the counter. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And it's a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting the backfield, making the play.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Throwing, Carr. Rushes on. Trying to make magic with his feet. Nice run there. Picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds.
Man, this defense has their hands full today because not only do they have to worry about the running backs and not only do they have to worry about the passing game, they've got to worry about this quarterback running the football because of plays like that. Not a huge explosive play, but he showed you the athleticism. He showed you he has the ability to hurt you with his legs.
Carr from the gun on 3rd down. Unloads to the wideout. Wide open downfield. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Run in the red zone, it's Danzy. Touchdown, Irish! And they take it in for 6 more points. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. These 2-point conversions are tricky enough. You don't want to add to the degree of difficulty by backing up 5. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. These 2-point conversions are tricky enough. You don't want to add to the degree of difficulty by backing up 5. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive, and it was capped off with the 8-yard run. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. The snap wants to start the drive with a pass. And wings it incomplete.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
4 wide out set, 2 on either side on 2nd and 10. The run inside. It's Bishop. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game. The Fighting Irish call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. They get enough flush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. Notre Dame will now use its 2nd timeout. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Gets it away, solid distance, but more importantly, trying to keep it away from that return man. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Here's Carr to throw. Looking to the big tight end. working that left side. Oh, he thought for sure he was going to be able to house that one, but a huge pickup all the way down to the 12. They got the explosive play. Now to finish the deal, it's 1st and 10 from the 12. Looking downfield, it's Carr. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays.
Well, we knew coming into this one the tight end was a big part of this offense. You've seen it early in this game. They've moved him around. They've thrown it to him in a lot of different ways. Defense is going to have to make some adjustments trying to stop this guy.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. The throw. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. And they make the play to stop the scoring opportunity just before the end of the half. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Quick give. It's Bishop. He breaks a tackle. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. That's going to do it here in the first half. Everybody stick with us. We'll head to halftime. We're just about ready to start the second half. Fielded in the end zone. It's Morris. He's got great speed. Just barely able to stop him. He almost housed that, baby. The nice return there. That last line of coverage is the only thing that stopped him from scoring. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speak and very simple. I score. I get a stop. I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops. So this is a critical drive here for this offense.
They'll move the tight end. They'll give it on the counter. And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front.
Another tough run for this offense. And I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off. But you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off. And it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. It'll be 4th down. The Vols line up to punt it away. Here's the fair catch, and he'll make it close to the 20-yard line. Here come the Irish back on offense. Running inside, it's Williams. Maybe picked up a couple. He's down at the 24.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. The give to the back. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the 1st down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
He'll pull it down. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
Sends it back in motion. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Working that wide receiver screen. Runs through a man, and he might have space. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28. This Notre Dame offense carving it up. They're working with another first down. Dropping back, it's Carr. Under pressure. Out wide left, it's Porter. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. And the beatdown has ensued. That is what we call in the industry a defensive breakdown. That guy was loose for the big play.
Busted coverage, really, really bad execution. Somebody slips, somebody falls. Nothing about that defensively is something you're looking for, but the offense will take it and get the easy touchdown.
And he puts through the extra point. He'll bring it out. It's Beal. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. So here is the Tennessee offense. They've got a long road ahead of them if they want to get back into this game, but they have to get to work on this drive. Makes the grab down the middle. Moves up to the 34-yard line. Give him a 10-yard pickup. And the Vols come to the line in the hurry-up.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. Just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Snap on first down, wants to throw. Finds his big tight end. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a bigger gain. The Volunteers can really attack on this second and short.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
And the RPO got him. He'll pick up a few on the play, just enough for the first down. They'll mark it right at midfield.
Slants against man. That wide receiver has to win right now at the line of scrimmage against that DB playing man coverage. Quarterback, timing with the wide receiver, put it on the money. Wide receiver.
He's into the open down the middle. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Tennessee. Oh, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down, but this is a great start to getting back in this ballgame.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. From deep, it's Perez. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he stopped right there. Notre Dame comes onto the field ready to go to work. Pulled and fired complete. Could not make his way to the corner.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
And guys, that completion might have helped the old confidence, but it didn't help the down and distance. 2nd and 10 here. Breaks the tackle. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down.
And I don't want to marginalize you guys' athletic abilities, but I feel like Palmer and Davis both could have rained through that hole. I mean, that was unbelievable job by the offensive line. paving the way. He's getting to the second level before he's even getting contacted. That better change for this defense, or they're going to be in for a long game.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Straight ahead, it's Coleman Williams. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. From the gun on third down, Carr. Zings it complete to the right. And that'll be enough to give Notre Dame a first down. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And of course he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
The offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Danzy. Got 9 yards on the play. Leaves him with third and a yard.
And this is exactly how you want to draw it up if you're an offensive coach. Later in the game, you start to get in the second half, and you've got the lead, and you can be the more physical team. It's really hard for somebody to come back. This defense has got to come up with a stop. They got to get more physical right now in this football game, or it's going to get out of hand.
They want to think this 3rd and 1 play over, and they'll use a timeout here. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. How aggressive might this play call be on 3rd and short from the 46? Trying to squeak through the pile. And he gets it out past the sticks, and Notre Dame will have a first down.
And they get another first down. And this offense right now, man, it's just death by 1,000 cuts, right? Like not a lot of big plays, but they're finding ways to continue to move the football to get first downs. And a lot of times, man, the wear-out factor will come. You run a bunch of plays, and this defense can get tired.
Carr on play action. Out wide right, it's Porter. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. Notre Dame comes to the line that last completion, giving them a fresh set of downs. Sells the run, looking to pass. He'll take a shot. And they're not on the same page there.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
They're in the gun, 3rd down. Here's Carr. Finds a man in the middle. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. The corners are walked up tight. Driving forward, it's Osborne. Touchdown, Fighting Irish! And the route is on. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Guys, we've come to the end of the quarter, and Notre Dame has the lead. And they've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we've gotten here. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. He'll bring it out. It's Dodson. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here.
Yeah, and David, you just wonder at this point, is it just too little too late? This is one of their best playmakers offensively, but they just haven't been able to get him going in this game. Big reason why they're losing.
Yeah, and the defense has done a great job understanding that. I got to take that guy away. That's priority number 1. Understand it. Late in the game now, up by multiple scores. I'm playing my defense a little bit different. Can't give up the big plays. Time is on my side.
You got to give this defense credit because they have bottled this guy up all game long. He's one of the best running backs in all of college football. Everybody was expecting him to have a big one today. Don't tell that to this defense, though. They've played with great effort. They've gotten hats to the football, and they have been able to shut him down.
And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a 1st down.
And how about stubbornness being rewarded for this offense? Like, they give it to him, and sometimes that will deter people when you hand it to him and he doesn't get a good gain. But, nah, stick right to it. Give him the ball again. Nice job getting the play. Nice job by this offense staying stubborn with the running game.
From the gun, it's Bishop. And he's brought down after a short gain.
How about the job by this defense today? They knew what they were getting into. A really good running back. We talked to him this week. It was the main focus point of this offense, stopping the run game, stopping the run game. Boy, have they showed up and showed out and answered that challenge.
Long way to go on 2nd down. They've been running it, but now the pass. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch to these receivers. A lot of times you...
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. He'll take it himself. He's got enough, and he slides to avoid the punishment, and it'll be a 1st down. Nice move there on 4th and short.
I think a lot of people in the stadium were questioning, why are they going for it on 4th and 1 in their own end of the field at this point of the game, but the gamble paid off.
Sells the run, wants to pass. Just gets rid of that one.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback in this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. He picks it up, still on his feet.
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. Delayed give. It's Bishop. All over him in the backfield. He'll lose 3 on the play.
And these linebackers, man, the reason they're winning this football game is they've been swarming. You watch them. They're downhill, not missing many tackles. They've really dominated the run game, and that's why they're winning this football game.
Not a lot of room to make this catch. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. Here comes the Fighting Irish out to get this drive started. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
Carr. He'll take the deep shot. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down. Got a big lead in the fourth quarter, and you take that shot, and you stop the clock. And it's a long shot, but you're letting teams hang around.
And I prefer to win. Like, I want to make sure that, if I'm up, I'm going to run the football. But there is definitely a school of thought in nowadays where I'm putting up stats and I'm keeping the pedal to the floor.
Let's see what call they have on third and long from the 28. Back to throw, it's Carr. Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force him into a fourth down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
And he is knocked down immediately. Brave to try the return, though the coach might have preferred a fair catch. So the Vols offense takes the field to start this drive. When the defense got the stop, they could have used a few more of those earlier. Still a big deficit here late. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive points.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. He wants to throw it. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Screen pass just not working there. You figure at this point of the game, trailing, you're going to have to be more aggressive and take some shots. You usually run screen passes when you think there's going to be a blitz, but because the defense has the lead, they're just sitting back and playing big zones.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Caught. He gets it up to the 37-yard line, and let's see if they're willing to gamble on fourth down.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
Breaks into the open. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that fourth down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there.
And I'm just not sure where to put the blame. And I know they're going to lose this football game. They've struggled, and he's been sacked. I know he's turned it over and thrown an interception, but they haven't been in sync, and nobody's played really great, and they've got to find an identity on this offense moving forward.
Got a little press, and he's got the first down. Good pickup on the play there, and now we'll see what they do coming out of the 2-minute timeout. And the Volunteers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Motion from the wideout. Play action on first down. A shot toward the end zone. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He goes down right there, but not before coming up with a big interception.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
Second and long here. Wide receiver going in motion. Throwing, Carr. Right side, it's Porter. Brought down at the 20. It's a first down as this offense tries to get something going from deep in its own territory.
You can tell this quarterback did his homework coming into this game. He has been dissecting this defense with his arm and his mind. Over 300 yards passing now.
Notre Dame explosive in the passing game. Let's see what they do here. Drops back. It's Carr. Fires to the right. Can't hold on in the face of the contact.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Still at their own 20 after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10. Now on the counter. Picked up about 6. They're looking at 3rd and 4.
This is an area of the game. On offense, you've got to be able to run the football well. You've got the lead in the 4th quarter, and obviously you're in your own end here, but you want to bleed the clock. You want to stay on the field and keep getting first down, so you have to be able to run.
Fairly manageable distance here on 3rd down from the 27. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
The Irish relying on the running game to give them this fresh set of downs. Hits inside. It's Osborne.
And I'll tell you what, it's really nice at this point in the game if you can lean on your run game. When you have the lead, you've got the football late in the game, you can chew that clock and start to really make that defense have a little bit of panic.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Tight end now in motion. And they get to him early, and he'll be knocked down for a loss of 4. Well, the head coach told us in pregame he liked the way his defensive speed matched up, and it's really hard to get the edge against these guys.
And everybody wants to run outside and get their fast guys in space, but you look at how fast these backers close and run to the football, it looks like you've got a little bit of space out wide, and then, boom, it's gone in a hurry.
That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker.